Hello and welcome. I'm Kate Driver, naturopath and the perimenopause practitioner. And today I'm going to talk about why you are crashing mid-afternoon or waking up feeling tired, or you're just feeling tired and exhausted all day. And if you are suffering from fatigue or exhaustion, then you are in a huge percentage of women that go through perimenopause and menopause, because it's so common. And even myself, 10 years ago when I was going through perimenopause, I suffered with some exhaustion and fatigue as well. Now, I wanted to mention that the adrenal glands have a lot to do with this. And if you enter your 40s and 50s going through perimenopause and menopause with adrenal glands that aren't functioning as efficiently as they should, or they're dysfunctional, then you're going to get some more symptoms and you're going to suffer more, unfortunately. And with today's stress and busyness lifestyles that everybody has, and if you're a high achieving woman and you've got multiple things that you have to get through in a day, then you're going to be pushing those adrenal glands that actually help balance our hormones as we go through perimenopause and menopause. But you're going to be pushing these adrenal glands really hard, and you're going to enter this time of your life with adrenal dysfunction and fatigue already. And they're a bit of a backup, these glands. So these glands, they are the glands that sit on top of the kidneys. They're about the size of a walnut, and they help us adapt to stress, but they produce hormones such as cortisol, adrenaline, noradrenaline, and they help us buffer stress and respond to stresses, but also they help with our metabolism and energy. And cortisol also helps balance inflammation in our body. And we also have other hormones such as DHEA and aldosterone that our adrenal glands produce. And the DHEA is really important because it doesn't take over, it's always working, but it actually sort of takes the place of the ovaries as they don't function and shut down and don't produce those hormones. Our DHEA has to be at a good, they have to be strong and at a good level, so we can actually still be producing those hormones. So when we get a lot of symptoms and our hormones are really out of balance, it can be a sign that these adrenal glands aren't doing their job efficiently. So your adrenals are just really working so hard all of your life, and if you've been pushing them too hard by using things like stimulants like caffeine, coffee, chocolate, sugar, alcohol, processed foods, too much stress, even exposure to all these LED lights that are everywhere now, a blue light from all the devices, your TV, your laptop, your mobile phones, all of these things we're exposed to, they increase and stimulate the production of cortisol, which means these adrenal glands are actually working far harder than they need to. And it's part of our fight and flight response. So we're in that sympathetic nervous system mode more than we should be, which is your stress response mode, than we should be. And it's probably up to like 80% of the day, like people are actually in this response, rather than being in the parasympathetics part of the nervous system, which is your rest and digest, which we need to practice being in. And this is why resting is actually really important, particularly going through this stage of your life in perimenopause and menopause. When your hormones are changing, your body needs to have some rest to adapt to these changes and the fluctuations and the changes and the drops in the hormones. So your adrenal glands are really important to be healthy while you go through this stage. And if you're in perimenopause, then you're in luck, because if you get them right now, then you'll go through a really easy menopause, because it will be easier for your body to adapt to that drop in the hormones. Whereas in perimenopause, they're fluctuating. You can still have estrogen dominance and high estrogen 1 minute and low estrogen the next minute. And that can cause a lot of the symptoms, but our body needs to be able to adapt to these changes. And it involves a lot of different organs in your body, but the adrenals and the thyroid do actually work together to regulate the nervous system. So if the adrenals aren't happy for a long time, you might feel exhausted all day and you may not even sleep and feel wired and tired at night. This means that you've got lower cortisol during the day, and you may not be able to shut that down efficiently, not shut it down totally, but reduce this cortisol at night time, so you can release that melatonin that makes you sleepy and go to sleep from your pineal gland. So some people don't do that at night time, so they feel wired and tired and they can't go to sleep and they can't release those melatonin. And then in the morning, your cortisol doesn't actually go up to optimal levels and you don't feel energized and like you can get throughout the day. So that's not great, that's dysfunctional. So we want to get out of in the sunlight as early as you can in the morning when you wake up, and just to register to your brain that it's daytime and that your cortisol starts to increase. So try and get outside without sunglasses on for at least 10 minutes in the morning before you go to work or do whatever you're doing. If you can, even if it's cloudy, at least your body knows that it's daytime. And then at night time, the nearer you're getting to go to sleep, then a few hours beforehand, turn off all of your devices and try and stay away from all the blue light from your devices and TVs and any high lights above you, bright lights, because your body is going to still be producing cortisol and think you're still in daylight. Your brain will actually register that it's daytime. And this will help your adrenal glands function more efficiently and be in that circadian rhythm that we're meant to be in all throughout the day. So we want to, just avoid these stimulants. So even cutting down or avoiding coffee, alcohol, processed foods and sugar, things that stimulate those adrenal glands and overwork them, can be really helpful for them to start recuperating. And you can also make sure that your blood sugar levels are balanced throughout the day. This will go a long way to helping your adrenal glands function more efficiently, because if you're getting hungry all the time, or you're doing too much intermittent fasting or too much fasting, your adrenal glands have to compensate for this low glucose, and that will stimulate the production of cortisol to release glucose into the bloodstream. And this puts more strain on the adrenals. And a lot of people that are exhausted shouldn't be doing this intermittent fasting or long-term fasting, because they're just exhausted. Their adrenal glands cannot put up with it. But you usually know if you can't do it. If you feel like this is all too hard and I really have to eat, then your body is telling you you have to eat. So generally, when you've got adrenal dysfunction or adrenal fatigue, which is also known as HPA dysfunction or HPA axis dysfunction, the hypothalamus, pituitary and adrenals all work together to help regulate hormones, along with the thyroid gland. Then when these are all out of balance, then you really need to look at balancing your blood sugar levels throughout the day and eating regularly. So within 2 hours of waking up and every 4 to 6 hours, and have protein, whatever protein is good for you, animal protein or plant protein, at every meal to balance your blood sugar levels and keep them stable. That's really important to do that, and that will go a long way to helping your adrenal glands recover, because you're not constantly stimulating the cortisol to try and keep your blood sugar levels balanced. Even Celtic sea salt and Himalayan salt can be helpful throughout the day. I try and get people to have at least half a teaspoon, or sprinkle a few granules into your drinking water to alkalize it. That's really important too. And just to keep stress to a minimum as much as you can. Everybody's got stress, I understand that. We can't avoid it, but we can also look at other ways to help your body adapt to stress. There's lots of nutrients and herbs that can help that. And it's very individualized with each person. So not everybody's going to feel great on ashwagandha or withania, for instance, because some people feel tireder and worse on it. And it's actually not as simple as that. We don't just want to lower cortisol, we actually want to balance it out. And depending what is happening for you, there's certain herbs that will be more beneficial. So some of the symptoms also, if you're just wondering what else could be a sign that your adrenals aren't functioning, are also feeling overwhelmed, not dealing with stress very well, sensitivity to light and noise and stress, and anxiety can be it, as well as overwhelm, having allergies that are popping up or getting worse that maybe you've never had allergies before, those morning fatigue and afternoon crashes, feeling wired and tired at night. Sometimes people start getting high blood pressure, but also putting on belly weight where you just feel like you're doing all the right things, but you're putting on belly weight and abdominal weight and it's not shifting. So these can be some of the signs that your adrenals aren't functioning. Some people also start getting sick more easily, and they might get things like sinus issues or allergies and other illnesses that just don't go away. And there's many, many more. So if you would like to know more and really would like to know what to do to get your energy back, to start feeling your normal self again and help your body adapt to this transitional stage in your life, and also sleep better, because sleep is the most important thing really, because if we don't sleep, we don't control inflammation, we don't help our energy, we actually don't balance our hormones. We need really good sleep. So if you'd like more energy and know how to sleep better at this stage of your life, then I'm having a workshop in a few weeks, and I will put the link below for you to join. It's free and it's over 5 days, and I'll be going through all of the steps of how to help your body adapt to this transitional stage, how to get more energy and feel like your normal self again. So check out the link below, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, and I will see you around very soon. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have a great day. Bye for now.